Tonight I'm going to be reading an excerpt from a novel, and in the scene, the protagonist, Ellie, she's an English professor at Barnard, and she's come through a battle with cancer, and she's reassessing her life. Ellie has the taste for blood in her mouth, not shallot confit, baby bok choy, or a white wine reduction. She craves the taste of salty, tangy cow's blood, running over the length of her tongue, pooling in the back pockets of her mouth. No, she does not want a reduction of anything. Sasha's fingers stroll down the menu, and like a fish, his lips contract into an O and expand as he mouths the pretty items to himself. Poo San. Why bother going through the routine, she wonders. Whatever you call it, he will order the chicken, whether it is braised, roasted, grilled, stuffed, or pressed. But who is she to judge, Ellie thinks. She'll have the hypocrite special with a side of crow, since the passion of their marriage had long ago been reduced to passivity, passivity in turn reduced to date night, and date night reduced to promotional pre-fee dinners. And it wasn't as if they couldn't afford to eat extravagantly. They were at the tops of their fields and owned a brownstone near Lincoln Center, but Auden through fields to now Swarthmore, and had a country house in Hudson. But Sasha enjoyed the game, as if saving a few dollars on a meal was pulling one over on some larger omniscient and malevolent authority. God, Ellie wants a steak. But there is no steak in the pre-fee menu. Just langoustine tortellini in a tom kha broth, salmon interchangeable with Arctic char, and that god-damn chicken. The celadon walls are lined with oversized black and white prints in black frames. The one above Sasha's head features an old woman wearing a conical hat, sitting in a scow, emerging from a curtain of tall water grasses along what she presumes to be the Mekong. Around them, the dark wood tables and chairs with squared-off ends and sharp edges are accented by the soft light from circular wheat-colored linen and antique bronze-finished pendant lamps, as if Vietnam had been colonized by Crate and Barrel instead of the French. Ellie motions the waiter over. His name is Brandon, and he wears horn-rimmed glasses, while the tips of the Chinese character tattoo on his white skin peek out like spider legs from under his even whiter rolled-up shirt sleeve. She orders a glass of the Petit Verdot, as it seems only appropriate to have an obscure Old World grape for New World sensibilities. Sasha looks on in surprise and tells Brandon to make it too. Everything is made more palatable through the filter of familiarity, Ellie thinks. Cuisine, decor, marriage. Wouldn't Kate Chopin's Edna Pontellier think this better than walking into the oblivion of a giant briny sea? How was yoga today, Sasha asks. Good, she responds. The wine arrives as Ellie sips. The soft berry flavor and tannins make her mouth water and pucker simultaneously. How good would steak taste with this, she thinks. Her fingers slip to the a la carte menu, and there it is. Skirt steak with the lemongrass and fresh coriander beurre blanc. Not aged New York sirloin in an au poivre sauce, but steak nonetheless. With steak, it can be cooked any number of ways. Bright red and rare enough to be chewy, pink and medium rare enough for blood and juices to coat your tongue as the meat melts in your mouth, or brown and well done enough to be tough and dry. With chicken, you can really only have it one way. Done. There is no margin for error. The steak is $38, practically the price of the pre-fee menu alone. Sticker shock supplants her bloodlust. She sips some more and watches Sasha's fingers shuttle back and forth between chicken and salmon. Reflexively, he lobs, "Do you know what you're getting?" "Still thinking." "You?" she asks, as if she could be surprised. "Probably the chicken or the salmon," Sasha replies. "The wine's really good, don't you think?" "Mm-hmm," Ellie answers. The irony has not escaped her in all these years. Sasha's love of poetry was as big as the open sea, his thirst for knowledge as vast as the library at Alexandria, and presumably the deep halls of his soul glimmered with sparkling sophistication and erudition. But in his quotidian life, his tastes and passions were markedly prosaic. In some ways, Sasha was like the men in Ellie's professional life. With the exception of the gay men, it was an English department after all. And the tweed and khaki Lotharios, men in academia were by and large non-threatening and asexual. Even priests have more sex, she thinks. Ellie butters her bread and wonders where Brandon has disappeared to. The wine is beginning to burn a hole in her stomach. "Are you okay?" Sasha asks. "Just really hungry," Ellie replies, knowing it's not a lie. He reaches across the table and clasps her hand and smiles. Brandon reappears and Ellie directs him to take Sasha's order first. She is still undecided. Thank you.